Hey, thank you for watching, everyone. I'm Lester Holt. Please take care of yourself and each other. Good night.
Okay. If you can step right over here, Tim will help you with that side.
Let's work this case together.
Murder, domestic terror.
You need to get this conviction.
I'm gonna help you, I promise. Evacuate first, ask questions later.
Joe Biden on Medicare for All.
It's going to raise taxes on middle-class people.
Medicare for All would double your income taxes, ban employer-provided and union health plans, and bankrupt Medicare for seniors. Mandela Barnes still supports Bernie Sanders' socialist takeover of your health care.
Medicare for All is the easiest way to get us to universal health care.
Mandela Barnes, more liberal than Joe Biden, way too liberal for Wisconsin.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message. Howard Young Urgent Care. Get in, get out, get well.
Straight ahead, the vice president is in Wisconsin. We'll break down who she met with during her visit.
Plus, the man who took part in the January 6th Capitol riot has learned his fate. We'll explain his lenient sentence.
And a group in Elko is working on making the town more accessible. We'll have the details as your local news starts right now.
Your local news and weather from where you live. Newswatch 12 at 6 starts now.
Good evening and welcome to Newswatch 12 at 6. I'm Dan Hagan.
And I'm Jessica Jukic. Temperatures are dropping on the first official day of fall.
Let's head over to our weather center. The leaves are changing as well. Meteorologist Conrad Topinski joins us now. Conrad, getting pretty chilly out there today.
Yes, it is. It's the first official day of fall. We're turning the page. Summer has ended, and now we're officially into fall. Mother Nature's bringing really cool temperatures with that. Freeze warnings until 8 a.m. on Friday. These are the areas in the purple. In the blue are frost advisories in effect until 8 a.m. on Friday as well. So lots of advisories in the areas, and temperatures will continue to cool off. Right now, we have some mostly sunny skies, and overnight, we'll see mostly clear skies with calm winds. So those are the perfect ingredients for those cooler temperatures to really settle in and cool everybody off into the 20s and 30s. Right now, we're in the 50s, a couple of 60s popping up there just to the south by Green Bay, by Stevens Point, Wausau coming in at 62 degrees. But our temperature trend will be below average. Our average is supposed to be around 67. We'll see temperatures in the 50s and 60s. The rest overnight, we'll see temperatures in the 20s and 30s. Dan and Jessica?
Thanks, Conrad. Vice President Kamala Harris traveled to Milwaukee today to meet with Latino leaders and speak at a Democratic attorneys conference.
The White House said in a statement that the VP will first deliver remarks at the Democratic Attorney General's Association conference at the Pfister Hotel in Milwaukee. During the Attorney General event, the Vice President singled out Wisconsin Attorney General Josh Kaul and his fight to repeal the state's 1849 abortion ban. Harris branded those pushing for laws punishing women who have abortions and doctors who perform them as extremist so-called leaders. The VP said the same people were pushing laws making it more difficult to vote and backing sham audits in the 2020 presidential election. Harris then held a conversation with local Latino leaders at the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee.
A key barometer of the U.S. economy has dropped for the 6th month in a row, possibly signaling a recession. The Conference Board said today its leading economic index for the U.S. dipped again last month. The index monitors jobs, financial markets, manufacturing, and housing to detect when a recession may be pending. But many economists disagree with the assessment because recessions typically trigger widespread layoffs.
Stephen Ayers, who testified before the House Select Committee about his role in the January 6th riot, was sentenced Thursday. Ayers will serve 2 years probation and perform 100 hours of community service. He pleaded guilty to one count of disorderly conduct in June. The judge cited Ayers' genuine remorse as well as his productive testimony before the House Select Committee as reasons for the lenient sentence. During his testimony, Ayers testified that he was, quote, riled up by former President Trump's speech and had not originally planned to go to the Capitol.
Wisconsin is getting a new area code for certain customers. The Public Service Commission is rolling out the area code 353 by late 2023. Now, it won't affect us up here. The new area code is coming as its current 608 number is running out of available numbers. The change will affect new customers in south and southwestern Wisconsin in the 608 region. All current customers will retain their existing phone numbers.
A piece of history was recovered from the bottom of Lake Mendota today in Madison. The Wisconsin Historical Society Maritime Archaeologists recovered a 3,000-year-old dugout canoe from the lake. Archaeologists say the carbon dating from the 14.5-foot-long canoe means it's from 1000 BC. That makes this the oldest canoe recovered in the Great Lakes region by roughly 1,000 years. Less than a year ago, a 1,200-year-old canoe was discovered from the same lake. Members from several tribes were present during today's canoe recovery. The Historical Society will now work on cleaning and preserving the artifact. A group in Elko is currently working on building a bike and pedestrian walkway trail east of Highway 45.
Elko Area Health Planning Organization leaders say this will be a safer alternative for those who exercise on area highways. Chuck Wetzel has been working with the planning group to make this trail a reality. He says right now walking on Highway 45 is too dangerous, and the trail will make the area way more accessible.
What we're trying to do is to provide a safe passage for both bicyclists and for pedestrians going from County B south of town to County G north of town.
Recently, a Transportation Alternative Program grant was awarded to the group by the Wisconsin DOT. Health Planning is looking to fund the rest of Section 1 with donations amounting to around $175,000. Wetzel says that while the TAP grant will provide a huge portion of the funding, there is more that needs to be raised.
That's an 80% reimbursement grant, and then Elko Area Health Planning is going to pay for the balance of that grant plus any other costs that are involved.
The hope is that someday the Elko Trail will be connected with other Northwoods communities. The first section of construction for the trail will take place in 2025. U.S. military families should be seeing some inflation relief coming soon.
Plus, the popular local festival is looking for volunteers. That's After Weather with Conrad right here on Newswatch 12.
This portion of Newswatch 12 is brought to you by Furniture and Appliance Mart.
I received a call that my granddaughter had been hit. She suffered a serious brain injury and nearly died. The driver should have been in jail. Mandela Barnes supports no cash bail that puts criminals like Darrell Brooks back on the streets. He's more worried about criminals than victims. Mandela Barnes doesn't have the judgment to keep our communities safe.
Senate Leadership Fund is responsible for the content of this advertising.
You protected our rights, preserved our freedom. You may have even risked your life for us. Now, it's our turn to fight for you. Your local Wisconsin emergency, energy, and housing assistance providers, and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund reward the service of our veterans with rental and energy support in their time of crisis. Apply today to get the fresh start you've earned.
Violent crime up across Wisconsin. Families nervous about their safety. Yet Mandela Barnes called for releasing half of Wisconsin's jailed inmates. That would mean releasing over 10,000 criminals right into our neighborhoods. 10,000 reasons your family would be in more danger. Barnes also supported defunding the police. 10,000 more criminals with fewer police to protect us. What could go wrong? Wisconsin Truth Bank is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Add style to your home with a new ceiling fan from Menards. Check out our great selection of Hunter fans. They help save on energy costs and provide year-round comfort. Save today with 11% off all Hunter ceiling fans. Do more than light up a room with Sylvania LED light bulbs. True Wave reduces blue light, helping you see better and fall asleep easier. All Sylvania LED bulbs are 11% off now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Ron Johnson's at it again, lying about my taxes. Let's be clear, my taxes are paid in full, but there were times I was getting by on peanut butter sandwiches. And that's why I support a tax cut for the middle class. Put more money in your pockets, because I know how hard you work. But Johnson used his tendency to write a loophole that gave huge tax cuts to himself and his biggest donors, leaving us with crumbs. And That's how we get left behind. I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
Newswatch 12 is brought to you by Bone and Joint Walk-In Care.
And welcome back, our first official day of fall. Behind me is a picture from Walkway. Beautiful scene, lots of clear weather, sunshine. It looks beautiful. Temperatures, though, are a bit cooler right now, and they have cooled off because of cold front that passed by. Now it's pretty much hovering in the south, dividing the country with some 70s, 80s, and 90s to the south, and then lots of cooler weather, 50s and 60s to the north. So below average temperatures have pretty much situated across America, besides the southern part of the country. But overall, everybody will be in on that cooler weather. Right now in Wisconsin, temperatures in the 50s and 60s, 55 in Rhinelander, 53 in Eagle River, bit cooler in Land O'Lakes. Take a look at Marquette. 40s are showing up here right now. It's 6:15 and it's already 48 in Marquette. So it is really starting to cool down. 61 in Green Bay. So it's not looking too bad by the coast. But in general, we will all start to cool off. First day of fall, and Mother Nature brings the cold. Not the heat, but the cold. Yes, we got some freeze warnings in effect until 8 a.m. tomorrow, indicated here in the purple, and then frost advisories indicated in the blue, in effect until 8 a.m. on Friday. So temperatures will be in the low to mid 30s with in locations with those frost advisories, and locations with freeze warnings will have temperatures in the upper 20s to low 30s. So get ready. Get those scrubbers ready, because ice will be on your vehicle by that morning commute tomorrow. But there's always the light at the end of the tunnel, folks. There's more warm air on the way by the end of September into the first week of October. All of the Midwest, upper Midwest, Wisconsin, everybody will be in on a bit warmer weather. So slightly above average temperatures in a week and a half. But now we got fall, and she's coming in with some cooler temperatures and some clear skies right now all across the state. We all have some mostly sunny skies. Those clear skies will continue into the overnight hours, as most of us are in the clear. Just a couple of showers in the western part of the country, but in general, everything is light, and it will not be affecting our area. We will get more rain chances Friday night into Saturday. I know it's the weekend, but we will get some more chances of scattered showers with those really cooler temperatures, only in the 50s. So we'll get some showers coming in closer to midnight, 11 p.m. to midnight Friday night into Saturday morning, and then we'll become more scattered throughout the day on Saturday. Same thing into Sunday, more scattered showers. So it's not going to be a big rain event, but still something to keep an eye on from Friday night. Dew points, though, looking great. They will be very, very low, into the 30s, 40s, even some lower 50s. So we're good on that. It will feel pretty comfortable outside, as our 7-day outlook, brought to you by Northwoods Furniture and Mattress, does show some rain by the weekend, continuing into Monday before moving out Monday night into Tuesday. Then the middle to end of next week will be a bit cooler but clear, with temperatures in the 50s and 60s. Dan and Jessica?
Thanks, Conrad. The Defense Department is taking steps to protect military families from rising inflation.
While military members will be getting a 4.6% pay increase in January, inflation stands at more than 8%. To help make up the difference, Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin is making policy changes like cutting the cost of food at military commissaries. Austin is also increasing the basic housing allowance for active duty service members and striving to make child care more affordable. The Defense Department is also launching a new career accelerator initiative to help military spouses find higher paying private jobs. Austin wants to make sure military families who devote their lives to protecting the country are protected themselves from rising costs.
Wisconsin is the largest cranberry producing state in the U.S., making more than half the country's crop. While there are plenty of cranberries in Eagle River, a local Cranberry Festival is short on volunteers. Next week, Cranberry Fest will be hosted on the Eagle River Fairgrounds. The coordinator of the event, Michelle Williams, says they expect around 30 to 40,000 attendants throughout the weekend and predict that they will need around 400 volunteers this time around.
We have people helping doing parking. We have groups helping with parking and food and a lot of the different other aspects. So it's a lot of people to carry out this event.
The event features arts, crafts, and cranberry-themed food and drinks. Williams says that one of the highlights of the event is seeing just how many people enjoy the area.
I would say that it's getting to see all the people that it brings to town and how much they really enjoy getting out in the area, enjoying the beautiful area we have to offer, and just enjoying the craft fair and everything that goes on with the event.
The Eagle River Chamber of Commerce will be accepting volunteers up until right before Cranberry Fest. If you would like to help out, you can either call the chamber or send an email to events@eagleriver.org. Coming up after the break, we'll take a look at a local celebration of Oktoberfest. We'll be right back.
This portion of News Watch 12 is brought to you by Northwoods Furniture, Eagle River.
At a company, the culture comes from the top. Tim Michael's company has been sued numerous times over sexual assault and harassment in the workplace. Women who worked for Michael's company said they were groped, assaulted, and pressured to have sex with their bosses. Higher-ups at Michael's dismissed the women as liars and even fired those who spoke out. Is that what we need for Wisconsin? Tim Michael's, too radical, too divisive.
The light at the end of the tunnel isn't shining so brightly for everyone. Families continue to fight for survival. Some jobs are gone forever. Bills pile up. But please know, you have not been forgotten. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your heat and power on. Apply now for a hand up.
Cellcom's live local customer service is just a call or click away, so it's always clear where you can get help. What's not clear is why you just went down to the basement.
What did I?
Why you went downstairs? Unclear. Easy access to the customer care you deserve? Crystal clear. Cellcom. Clarity in a cloudy world. Now at Cellcom, save $500 when you activate a new smartphone line of service and trade in your existing device. Visit cellcom.com/save for details.
It was important because for the protection and safety of my children and my grandchildren and my great-grandchildren. And plus, I always try to be a role model for them. I want to make sure that everybody feels safe from COVID and all the new variants that are happening, and they need to have a shot or get immunized.
Prices are going up on groceries, they're going up at the gas station. The only ones profiting are oil companies, big corporations, China, and Ron Johnson. Johnson makes money from investments in factories in China. No wonder Johnson's net worth has doubled since he's been in Washington. Even worse, Johnson's allowed oil and drug companies to jack up prices on us. He takes all that money from them. Ron Johnson profits, we pay the price. SMP is responsible for the content of this ad.
Brought to you by Lockview Desert Health Center, Eagle River, and Waters Meat.
Dodge County Sheriff's Office in Wisconsin responded to a multi-vehicle accident this morning.
Authorities say a FedEx truck failed to yield to a Western Star milk truck. The two trucks collided in the intersection, causing significant damage to both vehicles. The tanker overturned and spilled roughly 5,800 gallons of milk. Both drivers were taken to the hospital, but their conditions have not been released. The crash is still under investigation. Well, it's not even October, but one retailer is ramping up for the holiday season.
Walmart says it will start offering major discounts on popular items like toys, electronics, and home decor next month. Officials also say they've increased their supplies of usual hot sellers like TVs, phones, and furniture. Walmart hasn't given details on how big the sales will be or how they will compare to last year. They've also made changes to the company's return policy, which will give consumers more time to return gifts.
The St. Germain Brewing Company is celebrating a German tradition. The pub will be holding an Oktoberfest event throughout this week. Since the company only opened their doors earlier this year, this will be the first time holding a major event.
So this year we wanted to get the event started so we could basically have the first year under our belt, and then from there we intend on expanding to have an outdoor beer garden.
For the event, the company intends on offering food and drinks related to Oktoberfest. The company says they're dealing with staff shortages like many other businesses throughout the country.
And so moving forward, I mean, it's always going to be an area of contention when it comes to holding events and so forth. Like this year, for instance, we weren't able to open our Oktoberfest event as big as we wanted to just because we have a lack of staff.
Despite the staffing shortages, the company still plans on holding more activities throughout the coming years. Oktoberfest runs until October 3rd. If going to the dog park sends your furry friend into a frenzy, a new app could be just the thing for you.
It's called Sniff Spot, and it claims to be the Airbnb of dog parks. David Schumann explains how it works.
This is more than just a backyard. To a dog, this is a luxurious space that an owner might be willing to pay, say, $10 an hour for.
We provide poop bags, we provide treats, toys. I usually leave out some like LaCroix water for the guests too.
Ann Maves makes anywhere from $60 to $80 a week renting out her yard on Sniff Spot. It's a new app that bills itself as the Airbnb of private dog parks, and there are about 100 spots available in the metro.
We are a safe alternative to what's already out there, which is walking your dog on a leash or going to a dog park.
Not everyone wants such a private experience, though.
I think any way to bring dogs together, bring people together, like I can't count the number of friends I've made at the dog park because of Toby.
I like seeing other dogs, especially the puppies, so it's worth it.
But the fact is, not every dog is a good fit for such a crowded setting. Shy or fearful dogs, puppies maybe. They're why Ann got into Sniff Spot in the first place.
We started it just to kind of give an outlet to those dogs because we've been there and we know how hard it is. So the money was just kind of an added bonus.
Sniff Spot's founder says that sentiment is not uncommon.
It's about seeing the look of joy on a dog's face when they're running free in their yard and getting that sense of purpose from doing it.
Dogs have personalities, just like people.
Yeah, she's very social. She doesn't really like people getting in her space.
So just like with people, it never hurts to have options.
Furniture and Appliance Mart's fall scratch-off promotion is here. Come in now for your scratch card that could be worth up to $5,000. Plus, get up to 78% off clearance items. Plus, 60-month special financing. Plus, doorbuster deals. Plus, fast delivery. Don't miss these savings.
Water is one of nature's most beautiful and life-sustaining resources. At no fault of their own, many Wisconsin utility customers are facing a shutoff to their water service. This leaves them without the one life-giving resource we all take for granted. And those hardest hit are on fixed incomes, juggling multiple temporary jobs, or those who lost full-time jobs in sectors hardest hit by the pandemic. If someone you care about needs a hand up, your local Wisconsin energy and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your water, heat, and power on. If you are in danger of losing your water service, call 833-H2O-WISC, 833-426-9472. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
Joe Biden on Medicare for All.
It's going to raise taxes on middle-class people.
Medicare for All would double your income taxes, ban employer-provided and union health plans, and bankrupt Medicare for seniors. Mandela Barnes still supports Bernie Sanders' socialist takeover of your health care.
Medicare for All is the easiest way to get us to universal health care.
Mandela Barnes, more liberal than Joe Biden, way too liberal for Wisconsin.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
There are so many things we take for granted, and along with them, sometimes we take the people who depend on them for granted too. How can they survive with record increases in their basic cost of living? And through no fault of their own, they're being left behind. If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our energy, water, and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
Furniture and Appliance Mart's fall scratch-off promotion is here. Come in now for your scratch card that could be worth up to $5,000. Plus, get up to 78% off clearance items. Plus, 60-month special financing. Plus, doorbuster deals. Plus, fast delivery. Don't miss these savings.
Beautiful home near Minocqua features 3-bedroom attached garage, blacktop drive, all nestled on 8 acres. Being sold regardless of price. Contact Brass at St. Louis Auctions for more details.
Well, it's a cool start to the first day of fall, and I don't know about Dan and Conrad, but I don't really like the cold. But
yeah, I mean, you're more from down south, so I kind of understand. You know, I'm more from Chicago, so I'm kind of used to it.
I'm from Ohio, yeah.
Well, it is a little bit more south. You guys are used to a lot more warmer weather. But, yeah, taking a look outside. First day of fall, guys, welcome in. Cooler temperatures have arrived. If you like fall weather, this is the time for you. Temperatures in the 50s and 60s right now. A couple of 40s popping up there right now in the UP, but just wait till tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning, we have some freeze warnings all across the area, some frost advisories as well, so it will be a cold one to start tomorrow. The rest of the week into next week will be cool with temperatures in the 50s and 60s.
You're joking, right?
No,
this isn't one big, massive Conrad
I don't like
joke.
to see the 30s.
Gotta bring it.
That's wild that it's coming this early. Thanks for joining us on Newswatch 12 at 6.
Mr. Food Test Kitchen is brought to you by Golden Carrot Jewelers and Creative Kitchen and Bath Studio.
Before we get going today, what do you say we start off with a bit of trivia? Let's see if you can get this one right. The question is, what is Stromboli? Is it A, an island off the coast of Italy, B, rolled up pizza dough that's stuffed and baked, C, the name of a volcano, or D, all of the above? If you guess D, all of the above, you're right. But since we only have 90 seconds and we aren't a geography or history show, I say we focus on B, the rolled up pizza dough that's stuffed with all sorts of goodness. To make this Italian favorite, all we do is combine some ricotta and mozzarella cheese, a bit of oregano, and a little salt.